in that particular scripture, and that's why it's kind of confusing, because the only Hindu theologians that explain it, they're going to explain it naturally. They're not going to give you the true key to it. They're going to veil it into something that it ain't. And then you had a play that was on PBS called the Mahabharata. And the Mahabharata was acting out of that intergalactic war. So to be correct, the Mahabharata, all the cast had to be non-white. It was all right to have Asians in there, but really, they didn't even come. The yellow man wasn't even on Earth at that time. All of them was black. Now, what they were fighting over, the royal families had an opinion on what to do when evil comes. One family said, well, you know, we heard on planet Sirius, they said when evil appears, you got to destroy it right away. Another family said, well, I don't believe that evil exists anymore. Look at this. We got utopia. Ain't no such thing as evil. So that was their position. Another family said, well, you know, if it does appear, if you just love it to death, you'll be able to transform evil into the light. And then you had another couple of sub-factions and sub-factions. All right? You follow it so far? So you are the reincarnated beings of those families that were put forth in turmoil even before the white man got here. This is how evil he was. He ain't even on the planet. And we had utopia, and we started fighting amongst ourselves already what to do with the idiot. So, obviously, the proper position was to kill them as soon as they appeared. That's what should have done, then you would have saved the 6,000-year hell on earth that we're just coming out of. If that was done. So that's what Malcolm would say. He said, history reward all research. And then he said, some of you think that the white man ain't the devil. He said, time will tell. And they played a game with Malcolm because he knew damn well that the devil was the devil, but he had a strategy. Just like any soldier, if you get struck down in the middle of your strategy, you know somebody can say anything about you. That man was no fool. He had been to Mecca. Don't care what Elijah told him about no white people. He knew because the men in black came to him in his jail cell. Who are the men in black? The men in black are a combination of higher beings that are seen around any UFO sighting. And Neil Wilgis's 1976 The Luminoids, which is your best text for this information in relation to Illuminati literature, and you look up the part for 1950, it explains they came and they gave Malcolm his mission. They told him he knew what he was going to do. He knew how he was going to die. He was going to go back with Elijah. But his wife, Farrakhan, and the rest of the mad people that were dealing with certain jealousies and madness got caught up in a trick bag. So that's how the devil does Machiavellian politics. You kill two birds with one stone. You get rid of Malcolm and put it on Elijah. Then you got Elijah's people battling Malcolm's followers. Muslim Mass Incorporated, Organization of Afro-American Unity at the time. Then that branched off into then it carried on. You had the Sunni Muslims, 5% nation, Hanifi Muslims, all of them killing each other up like roaches. I lived through that. And the other guys, they had a thing with this Malcolm X hysteria, Sharif, Ali Rashad passed. All these guys that denounced Malcolm is dying right now. Yeah, I remember at least 3 of them died already. And so the proof is in the pudding. And when I say the proof is in the pudding, I'll say it again. Farrakhan has prostate cancer if you don't know it. And he admitted he had it. When you have a disease in your body, something is wrong. Sure, that's why you got to have all the bodyguards around here. Him. Somebody needs to kill him. He's a traitor. And he knows he's a traitor. That's why he's pimping. That's why he's going to tell the devil, how you going to be at the Jacob K. Javits Center, or Imposter Jew, which is run by the mafia. Everybody knows that center's run by the mafia. Now come on with it. And you're going to go into that cesspool, and he went into the cesspool speaking to the 99%, telling them to stop the killing for the white man, so that the white man had you cooled out to go to the camp. And you're thinking, well, that's right and exact, when in reality, and then the deepness of the situation is that Yahudi, who he's playing the fiddle with, ounces. You know, they say, well, what profits a man if he gains the whole world and loses his immortal soul? Look at these people. You say politics makes strange vegetables. Fellas, look at dog-ass Jesse Jackson and Sharpton. Two of them going around to the schools, putting forth a new world order plan, telling the children that you got to spy and snitch on each other. Because they're hooking up a system just like in Nazi Germany, where you got to spy on your parents. If your parents is talking or have any kind of belief or knowledge of the information that we're dealing with today, they're going to drop a dime on you. Now, if you have your third eye open, if you got it together, then the devil can't touch you. But see, people pop a lot of game. But see, I've been doing this going on. It'll be 6 years next May, but this is it for me. Personally, publicly, this is all for me. Because I'm tired of casting pearls before swine. Nobody supported us. We got tapes. U.S. got tapes going back 3 or 4 years. We gave a prophecy of everything that was happening. That's happening today. That's why Dr. Moore was murdered. We worked with Dr. Moore. He felt sorry for the people, and they murdered him, got him out of retirement, and murdered him in Tuskegee. And the reason why they did that, he felt sorry. He saw there wasn't nobody out there. And that's why he left New York, because niggas nickel and dimed him. He was the greatest herbologist of the 20th century. Now, for people that's so diseased, y'all on blue. Now, I got his information. But you see, these other people that play games with the information, the Barbara injustices, with their Cameron scams, which was a Caucasian artificial drug. It wasn't helping nobody. Ain't no chemical going to heal you. Number 1, 2, and 3. Don't care if the Nation of Islam is selling it. So the height of COINTELPRO, what you have is all these groups of sects. You got the cult of Farrakhan. You got the cult of Silas Muhammad. You got the cult of Imam Isa, who ran out of here, then he ran to Atlanta. Now he's some kind of Hebrew Israelite, but he was pimping. He was pimping. He had 200, he got 200 or 300 children. He's sleeping with all the wives. So if a brother wants to sleep with his wife that night, he's got to get his permission just to sleep with his wife, because he's got dibs on all the women there. I ain't jealous. I did the same thing. But that's not what the Spirit wants you to do with the power and majesty of higher science. You don't pimp your own. That's some serious karma. Yahweh ben Yahweh. Here's another nigga talking about he God. Locked him up. If you're God, get out of jail. All right? So when the brother had came to me, he said, he said, Dawood, I went to Al Sharpton, and I told him that Brother Dawood says you're a CIA and this, and that. And you know what Al told him? He didn't say nothing. See, when my name come up, nobody wants to say nothing. It's just like the Skull and Bone Society of Bush. If a reporter asks you, are you in the Skull and Bone Society, you're supposed to get up and leave the room. All right? So the idea is I'm saying things, been saying things on tape. I'm supposed to be under the jail. I'm advocating the extermination of all white people. There's all kind of RICO laws and conspiracy laws. And I told you after I beat the police said they had us there. They threw us out of jail, out the court. Don't even want us. Have you ever heard of the devil throwing a black man out of jail in court? Now, you see what I'm talking about? Now, but the blessing of what you're getting here is, I'm telling you, it's like the judgment is like a thief in the night. But I'm saying based on the signs, people are still caught up with the confusion to think that because it's 1993 and people are saying it should break around 2000, well, let me tell you, the Roman Catholic Satanic Church, whose priesthood doing satanic orgies, screwing little boys, and most of their money is so they got to pay out so much money in litigation, screwing little boys. That's their satanic priesthood. That same Roman Catholic Church had the audacity to take from